what Exodus 20:13 is talking about is not just killing in general, but specifically murdering and the intentional, premeditated murder specifically of another human being. God established His commandments, Exodus 20:13, long before there were weapons that we call guns. And so when people try to immediately connect Exodus 20:13 to guns, we first have to understand the context, because there were no guns and those kinds of weapons when this commandment was established. But we must also say that the Word of God is eternal. Jesus says that His Word will not pass away, and so there is still relevancy even though certain things had not transpired or come into existence when this is given to Moses and to the Hebrews. So God established His commandment, and again, the idea is to prohibit murder, and prohibit murder with the use of any weapon. Right? They didn't have guns, but they had knives, and they had swords, and they had stones, and they had many other things. And so Exodus 20:13, thou shalt not murder, no matter what the weapon might be that the person might use. And the argument that people make in our society today and in the realm of this debate on the Second Amendment is that guns kill people. And that's true, guns do kill people, but so do stones, and so do cars. The reality is that guns in themselves as a weapon are not evil. People are evil. And evil people will use whatever they can to accomplish their evil purpose. And if their purpose is to murder, they will murder with whatever they can. And that's why we see that terrorists, right? How many terrorists in London have used vehicles in the last couple of months, right? Because if they can't have a gun and they can't have a weapon, they're going to use a car because their heart is evil and their desire is evil to kill. And they will use whatever they can. In that moment of rage and desire for murder, whatever they can get their hands on becomes a weapon in the hands of an evil person. Therefore, the sixth commandment does not prohibit the purchase or ownership of a gun or a weapon, but it does prohibit the murder of someone using those weapons, a premeditated, intentional murder. As human beings, we have the fundamental, unalienable right to defend ourselves and our families. And this is not only a right, as we would say here in the United States of America, but it is a biblical right and a biblical truth.